Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys just saw, that is the first little test drive of the Corvette backing out of the garage. That is the first time that car has been on the ground since like May. It is now like mid-August. So it's been quite a few months since this car has seen pavement. And well, part of that reason was we've been working on the SS, and this kind of just got pushed to the back shelf for a real long time, and finally we're getting to that point where we're going to test drive it. So today's video was kind of an introduction of that, and also we're going to be finalizing the wiring and the vacuum source for the fuel system from A&A. Now, as you guys may have saw in the previous video, kind of just plugged in to what I already had in the car, the existing Hobbs switch. The problem is that Hobbs switch is only going to fire off one of the pumps. And the way the A&A is set up, it's actually set up to run both pumps at different PSIs. So they give you one Hobbs switch that's set for 3 PSI, and I believe the second Hobbs switch is set for 7 PSI. So let's show you that setup. So here are the two Hobbs switches that come with the A&A fuel kit. As you guys will see, I have one labeled 2 and I have the other one labeled 1, but the secret is actually right here. I believe this will be stamped with a 7 on it. So if you guys look, try to show that in camera if it focuses. So yeah, there's 7. So this is the second Hobbs switch that is configured for 7 PSI. Well, okay, I only have one vacuum source, for a current Hobbs switch, and that is currently set to 5 PSI. So how are we gonna get these two Hobbs switches into that one switch? To solve that little problem, we're gonna take a little trick out of the turbo and the centrifugal supercharger world and actually run a vacuum block. The vacuum block that we're gonna be running is actually from Vibrant. This is a 6 block piece, and actually, is it more than that? No, it's 6 ports. Yeah, it's 2 here, 1 on the side, 2 here, 1 on the side, and your main vacuum feed in the middle. So this is from Vibrant. This was roughly $40. I think like $41 and change. You guys might be wondering, well, why did you go with such an expensive vacuum block? To be honest, guys, I looked at all the cheap vacuum blocks that were on Amazon and eBay. They're all going for like $10 to $25, and they all had horrible reviews. So I was kind of like, you know what? I'll spend the extra 20 bucks, get a piece that should hold up. I've used Vibrant in the past for piping, couplers, and all kinds of other stuff. So I've had good luck with this brand in the past. So that's what I decided to go with. And so basically what we're going to do today is attach these Hobbs switches to this Vibrant piece, and then we're going to attach the vacuum hose from that to the supercharger. And to do that, I picked up some nylon vacuum hose. This is 3/8 in outside diameter, and basically I think this is, I have no idea how long it is. I think this is 20 feet or 25 feet. So I think I'm only going to need at max like 4 or 5 feet, and it just depends on wiring and where we end up putting the vacuum block. So that is going to be your nylon vacuum hose, and then on top of that we're going to need some fittings. So I ended up deciding to go with a set of push lock fittings. As you guys can see, this is a 1/8 inch NPT to 3/8 outside diameter hose, and the nylon hose that we just showed you will simply just push into this. And this will be on one end, and the other end, this will actually be on the supercharger. And then for the vacuum block end of this, I decided to go with this 10-pack because it was the cheapest deal out there, and it's a 3/8 NPT to a 3/8 diameter hose. So we're going to have 3/8 diameter hose going through the whole thing. The only part that's going to be kind of small will be the source coming out of the supercharger, and that will be the 1/8 inch NPT thread fitting. So we have finished up our vacuum block for now. As you guys can see, we have the Vibrant block. We have the feed line in the middle. That's that 3/8 NPT to 3/8. Then we've got our 2 Hobbs switches on each side of it, and those will go to the A&A fuel pumps. So overall, this went together very quickly. I just had to take out the old fittings and put the new fittings in. And I will say this, I did use this Loctite number 565 thread sealant. I have used this in the past on fuel. I've used it on vacuum fittings, and it's worked fine. I actually bought this a long time ago for the old D-Torx fuel pump setup that we had, but obviously with that bulkhead fitting that we have and the A&A and Holley stuff that we have, that stuff's all gone. But do recommend this Loctite 565. It works very, very well. All right, guys, as you guys can see behind me, the Corvette is back on the lift, and we have been working underneath it as well as on top of it. The first thing that we did was we removed the Hobbs switch for the 5 PSI or the 5 pounds Hobbs switch that is in my hand. This is what I bought for the D-Torx fuel setup. This, as you guys can see, is a 90-degree 1/8" NPT fitting into a 3/8 nylon hose fitting, or, you know, pneumatic fitting. So that has been put into the supercharger. Now you guys can see under the car, this is the fuel line and the power lines to the fuel pump behind us that goes back to the back of the car. And here is our vibrant block with our 3/8 nylon fitting, pneumatic fitting, that we're going to tie into. So I'm going to try to put it up here above the windshield washer fluid tank. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a black bracket that's going front to back on the car. We're going to try to put the vibrant vacuum block attached to that. So you guys can see we have the 90-degree fitting in. We have the nylon hose plugged into the side of the supercharger. As you guys can see, that's a lot smaller than what that old Hobbs switch looked like, especially with all the wiring and the lines. That's running back here through the 85 sensor, back down here, and back behind the brake booster. Now down here you can see the vacuum line running up past the windshield washer tank. It's up right here into the bottom of the vibrant vacuum block. So the power wires and the ground wires, the power wires are the blue. Those go up to the relays that are here, and the relays then go to the alternator. The grounds simply go through the chassis, up past the windshield washer bottle. I did bury these ones. They're through the brake stuff, down through the alternator, and right down here to this common ground up front. Now you may have actually been able to tie the two grounds together, but I decided just to run two lines. It's not that big of a deal. I already had the one, so making the second one wasn't a big deal. The red wires go to the alternator. There you go, there's your power, your vacuum, and your ground for all two fuel pumps. So now we will have 3 fuel pumps on this car. We've got the Z06 fuel pump, we have the 2 Holley fuel pumps, and they're all hooked up now, and they're staged. So we'll have the stock fuel pump, and then at 3 PSI, one pump will kick on, and then at 7 or 8 PSI, the second fuel pump will kick on. So we should be overkill on this fuel pump project. So that's going to be it for the updates to the vacuum system, the Hobbs switches, the wiring, and everything for the fuel system. So we're good to go. I just got to put the car back together, you know, put the fender liner, all this stuff back in, and we'll be able to go for a test drive. Now I have already driven the car, just not with the second fuel pump, third fuel pump hooked up. I've been driving the car, I had to get inspected, so we're good to go. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to know when I upload new content, hit that bell notification button down below. And if you guys want to subscribe, please do. Also, if you want to help support the channel, go check out our merchandise store at BonecrrusherSS.com. So we got all our stickers, keychains, t-shirts, all that good stuff. And all of those help support the channel and all of our future projects. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.